Oh, there go. Yes, it does. It is me. I am here on a Yes, yes. It is a new model. I guess it would have been. Fuck yeah, I think it's would have been 2 weeks since the debut now, which is. I'm gonna move myself a little bit. Since the by Brian. I don't know what is with me when it comes to like 12 o'clock. I felt pretty good, but like now my brain is going bleh all of a sudden. But today is a just chatting stream because I had to do something in the morning and I wasn't entirely sure if I'd be back in time for streams. I didn't want to do any like new games if I was back late and we could only stream for 2 hours, especially considering like one of those new games we're doing is Mass Effect 3, which is for tomorrow, and that's a game that I would want to do the full 3-hour stream for a starting point of the game. But yeah, I'm gonna check. It's been 2 weeks since the model. It feels longer, but then that's just how time works. The best bet for me to do is because now we've got the new model, we might do a bit of chatting and maybe even, I don't know, do some reactions type stuff. Maybe look at. I know it's a cliche thing to do, but maybe TikToks or something. Let's see, because I'm almost certain. It was like 2 weeks ago since the debut. It's good for I archive all my I wish I could archive my brain streams, because it's a good way of knowing for shit like this. Because I have really bad memory. I have to write shit down all the time. Let's see. Because usually I put like the original date. 15th. Almost 2 weeks. Almost 2 weeks, and I'm obviously. Cats are moving around. Loving the new model a lot. Oh. That's fine. Like, work of my brain going dead. Work is obviously important and stuff. Like always, that's why I always say I appreciate everyone for stopping by, because I appreciate any time you can give to come watch the streams and stuff. Don't ever feel like you have to stay here for like the whole time if you've got stuff to do. It's very understandable. Yeah. I know this is talked about a lot, but it's hard not to. But with Twitter being changed to now X, and it's just like it's making me realize more and more that this is Mark Zuckerberg, the equally bad idiot. Elon Musk is just a whiny man-child, because like naming the company X and not realizing the problems of renaming a company X is something like an edgelord teenager would be like, oh, I'm naming it X, it's so cool and badass, and not realize X is used for like kind of other stuff. And seeing the jokes around is hilarious. Like the Kingdom Hearts fans coming out because of Organization 13 always having like X in their names. It's one of those things I said on Twitter. I will be intrigued to see how long it lasts, because the conundrum that he is stuck with right now is what do you replace tweets with, and retweets and tweeting. It still says that, and it still says like on the it still says twitter.com. I think even the app still has the Twitter logo though. Um, let me see. Yeah, it still says unless it needs updating. Because sometimes when they do change logos, because I mean, Reddit changed their logo for the r/space thing, which is now kind of gone. Which, speaking of which, I wonder if they were planning to do it, because I follow a lot of VTubers and obviously they tweet other stuff, and I think everyone knows at this point the common like duo being Iron Mouse and Sea Dog VA or Connor. He did his own one, which was actually pretty nice stuff, and then it kept it for like a week, and then it ended. Then not shortly after, where it's like, oh shit, we should do that again. It doesn't look like there's any updates for the app at the moment. And it was only there for like a couple of days, and then just gone, just like that. It's just like, oh, what was the point then if you're not going to have it even for a week? Yeah, like obviously for hand, I also forget because like I know a lot of people don't get to catch the streams about the model again. Oh, what's on? Oh, all the credits are in the about page as usual for everything that's new. No, that's not what I want. I want to get this up, but we do have like a lot of facial expressions too as well. Let's see, because I can never bring up the hotkeys for it. Because we got, there it is. It's puffy cheeks. Got puff. I'm not thinking about what is this. Actually, when I do this, it makes it like I'm being like all tsundere. Like, so like I like you, and you think, You go hum. And what was? I never get the blush one. Like if I do this both, it's even more tsundere looking. I think I did. I think I did this on the debut as well. I have been having a lot of fun with the new model because it's like it's blah 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 blah. It's using the iPhone face tracking for this, which is good because what's using for the hand tracking stuff is using my webcam. Which I said before, with that in mind, it would be good to do some like hand stream stuff, like I don't know, like unboxings or something. I'll have to think on that one. I still want to try and do it because it used. Wow. Oh yeah, I've also got shot. I think that's like it. That's why I was like facial expressions, which was pretty good. And they've got a lot of different poses and stuff, but I can't do the poses while I'm using the hand tracking. Right, let's switch. Well, I said I'm a little tired. Tired. Partly because a certain someone sitting on my bed right now getting comfy decided to wake me up at 5 in the bloody morning. But not too tired to do the stream. Like I always say, if I'm at the point before going live or during stream where I'm like literally dozing off, that's the point when I'm like, nope, you need to stop. You're gonna make yourself sick to push yourself too hard like that. I also didn't stream Saturday because I had stuff to do then. I thought it wasn't going to take too long, but it took longer than it did, and I was exhausted by the end of the day, and I was just not in the mood to stream. Like that kind of point of exhausted where I was like, I need a nap. I try to take naps during the daytime, but it's always like a hit or miss if I ever actually fall asleep. I'm either half asleep or half awake. Never like fully asleep. My brain's went dead. Completely dead. There was some other stuff I wanted to talk about. My brain. Oh yeah, like cause when was it now? I'm very bad with dates. No, dude. There's something about the yeah. Was it this weekend? Yeah, it was this weekend that they released like another trailer for the One Piece live action, which is it's one of those things. It's like making you think, oh, it looks good. The second trailer looks a lot better, but it's like always these case for these sort of things. Just because the trailer looks good doesn't mean the end result is going to be good. Because one thing that's at least made me a little bit somewhat excited for the One Piece live action is the fact that there's not going to be one-to-one, because that's always been my problem with adaptations, is that, especially with the anime ones, where you try to go one-to-one, and it's just like, if it's one-to-one, what's the point of me watching it? I could just go, well, with One Piece, I'm not necessarily going to go back and watch One Piece. Again, because I'm still watching it. But knowing that it's not going to be like exactly the same as the animated series does make me want to actually kind of watch it. But it's weird to go and watch something that hasn't ended, because all these adaptations have been shows that have ended, and of course we get why One Piece isn't necessarily the case, because it's when is it going to end? But as far as the anime, because the point is it's going to be weird dipping between the two if I do end up watching the One Piece live action. But I'm actually kind of at a point with the anime at the moment where I could actually just stop watching it for a bit, because the dub, because I watch, as I said before, I watch anime dubbed. And because I can't read and watch things at the same time. I've tried, I can't. So I watch anime dub, and for the last like almost 3 years, they've been like releasing like 13 episodes of One Piece every month. Some months I missed, and even then I'm still quite behind. The last episode I watched was 965? 66? But the point being is the storyline that at the moment is a series of flashback episodes, and it's going to be back to the story. And my brain's thinking I should call up and finish that, put a pause on One Piece, the anime, and then watch live action. But live action is not out until the end of August at this point. August 30th, which is a weird specific date to have it released. I like to say if Netflix is going to do once a week sort of thing, but they're not. They're going to dump all the episodes at once, and it really annoys me that with Netflix. It's like they have such great shows and they would do so much better if they put them week by week, but they're like, no, we're Netflix, we're morons, and we're going to release them all at once because that's what we built our brand on. Realizing that now people are more comfortable with more like the week to week situations with episodes, because it gives breathing room between episodes. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see with One Piece live action. Always do best with these sorts of things is always lower your expectations, because there's no guarantee that the live action is going to be anything but probably terrible. Because since it's Netflix, they have not had a good track record. I mean, the same thing happened with the Cowboy Bebop one. The trailers looked promising, people watched it, and it was like terrible. I didn't watch it because it was, once again, as I said before, I don't see the point of watching something that's one-to-one to the original. If I'm just I could just go and watch the original again. And Cowboy Bebop's not that long. It's like what, 25 episodes. So when I heard that it was pretty much one-to-one the same, but it's only with like slight differences, I was like, I'm not gonna watch the Cowboy Bebop live action. And seeing the cost of board on the internet with that one of people not liking that, I did watch the Death Note one though, and that was a thing, wasn't it? Which is weird. That's now 6 years ago that Death Note, the Netflix live action adaptation was now roughly 6 years ago. Damn. And in this amount of time they've done 2, and One Piece is going to be their 3rd attempt at this. I mean, 6 years ago is a long time. You hope as a company learned, but it's very interesting if One Piece is like the first, because we're starting to get good live action adaptations of video games, and they didn't start off as amazing. They started as just good, because the Sonic Hedgehog movie was good, but the second one was amazing. And I think if One Piece actually is at least good, then that's a good starting point point, if it can at least be at least somewhat like a good adaptation, and because I feel like, especially if you're just starting off with this, you want to have the first season to be at least good, and then the second season to be amazing. But the one piece live action, it's the interesting point is where it's going to end. Because judging from the trailer, they're definitely going up all the way to Arlong Park. But if you are going to end a series, a good ending point would be them heading to the Grand Line. But Oda is involved, who's the creator of One Piece. So there might be some I think the changes might be his changes, because the point with a long-running series like One Piece, when you first write something, you think the ideas you had then were good, but you're like, oh, I realize how stupid this was, and you realize, oh no, I could, and you want to change it. That might be what the changes are. There could be changes he wanted to do better than last time around then with the anime manga even. I'm stroking my chin, by the way. I'm not picking my nose. Because I always have the Twitch page up, so because my brain, because I like to make sure everything looks good as well, and because always there's a delay, I always see the after if I ever do something. So it really looked like I was picking my nose. And today is quite warm today, for once here in the UK, where it's been. I mean, if I've been honest, if I had to choose between having lots of rain and having blistering heat, I'd rather have the rain personally. Today is just quite nice today, not too hot, not too cold, just nice weather, which I kind of honestly prefer. So I just seen it today on track. It looks like I was clenching my fist, but I was just holding my glass. Let's see. Yeah. Let's see if we can pop. Yeah, it thinks I'm clenching my fist. It kind of looks like I'm holding a glass. I mean, I've got a big glass. That might be what's confusing it a little bit. Oh, yeah. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's the size of the glass. As I said before, I'm using XR Animations, which is a software that uses the webcam to track my hands. See, I got hands, and it does work with full body. Like I said, I think I got a good position for the camera for it to really well track my body. Maybe when I'm done decorating my room, because I have to mention that, yeah, it kind of started with the carpet I have in my room is really old and it's got holes in it. I was going, I should replace the carpet, but then I realized, hang on, I've not decorated my room in a very long time. So I figured, put new paint on the walls, and that way I've not to worry about putting anything down for the carpet, because I just let it drip on the carpet if I'm going to just replace it, and then replace the carpet. So I want to save whatever little energy I always have, but it could be a good idea to. Because if I do ever do Ring Fit or any stuff on stream, that is definitely going to be a weekend thing, definitely on the Saturday, because my sleep hasn't been particularly well because my mattress has gone to shit. I got a mattress top of it about a year ago, and that's now gone to shit. And my sister recently got herself a new bed with her partner, and she asked if I wanted her old bed and her mattress. She says the mattress is not all that old. The problem is to get down here. We do have a van, and the van keeps breaking. Some keeps going wrong with it, and we keep having to take it to the garage or whatever it's called to get fixed. So it's waiting on that to get fixed so we can get the mattress from my sister's room, and then hopefully I'll probably sleep a lot better. Because it doesn't help when a cat wants to wake me up at 5 in the morning for no apparent reason. The hardest part is going back to sleep on an uncomfortable mattress. But I generally believe if once that does happen, I might sleep a little bit more better. Because I've gotten better, because one of the issues I used to have when it came to sleeping was actually just falling asleep. I'd have a bad habit of just going through dumb conversation scenarios in my brain, staying way too up late, and I've got better of telling my brain to shut the fuck up and go to sleep. To the point where I'm actually like falling asleep within at least an hour going to bed instead of 3 hours going to bed. But it doesn't help lying on a comfortable bed. I do love this track. At least like when I stretch, you can see my arms stretch. Kinda, at least. Oh dear me. But that because the whole thing with Twitter and stuff, think about it. Seeing so many people make like other accounts elsewhere, which makes a lot of sense. There's a lot of like content creators and stuff who rely on the social media platforms and stuff like this, and making like threads, which is like something that's similar to Twitter itself, made by through Instagram, I think it is. I haven't, because I doubt the amount of people who follow me on Twitter actually follow me on here. I have it just as it's there if everyone ever does, because I always say I do post any schedule changes or when I'm going live on there, and in the Discord server as well. I usually keep it there. So I'm going through the TikToks because I've had my TikTok account for like over a year. I've liked a lot of stuff, and it's trying to work out what would be a good starting point, because we want at least enough to last the stream, but not too much we don't get through to the current ones. So it's really hard to pinpoint a good starting point. What looks like? Oh, this looks like a good point to start. Because I think a lot of the TikToks are going to be related to stuff that were popular at the time. Like I'm already looking right now, and I can see some like Tears of the Kingdom ones. Yeah, I think that could be. It's funny when you don't realize that when you go through your TikToks, that how much most of what you follow, most of what you like is just cats. Why am I one to sleep on the floor, curled up, and the other is curled up on the bed. So I just can't get over how expressive this is, and still I absolute joy with this. Sorry, I'm adjusting my. I realized something. I think we can do. Let's try something. Let's just go. That work? I was trying to do that meme of Edgeworth. It's like an animation where where he's like. I think I have it weirdly on my computer somewhere. I have a folder. That is just loads of memes. Because if I ever want to use them, because facial expressions like those are good for reactions. Let's see if I can find it. Where are you, Edgeworth? There it is. What's the best way of doing this? Alright, I forget. I can put it in. I was about to switch screens. I can just do this. Alrighty, that's weird. Where are you? Where are you, Edgeworth? There we go. It's this one. Let's try it again. I touched my glasses, so I just because it looks weird stuff. Oh, no, he's not opening his mouth. His mouth is so small. No, it's a little higher. So. No, not quite, but close enough, I guess. Especially Edgeworth up here looking. Oh, you know what? Would be kind of actually funny if I were to. Hang on. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Shit. No, I didn't want to do it that way. No, it's facing the wrong way. No, shit, now he's upside down. Fuck. Okay, that's close. Yeah, I'm trying to do something with this. I'm facing them the wrong way. There we go. Now what I wanted to do... No, not upside down. Damn it. This is just proof how I'm tired. I'm trying to make him face the opposite way, so it looks like he's looking at chat. What's this coming on? There we go. Nope, that's flipped upside down. Damn it. That's it, but now he's upside down. I need to put him right. There we go. So now it looks like he's looking at chat over here. And then chat's actually here, but then I'm in the way. So now it looks like he's looking at chat. There, now he's looking at you guys. Concerned. And I'm kind of doing the face. What other fucking stuff do I have in this folder? Because like I said, I save a lot of like memes that could be good for React and stuff on Twitter. But half the time I forget half the shit I save. Like for example, I also have where is it? So a second ago. Where was it? Ah, there it is. Let's go. That's what am I moving? That's where is this? No, that's me. Shit, I don't want to move me. Moving me. Oh, it's just... There it is. This is this. I have this for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know why I have this. I have this in that folder. I have this for some reason. Kaon. So now we've got Edgeworth and we've got Yui, I think her name was. Been a hot minute since I watched K-On! This gets kind of brings up kind of a story. So I was one of those typical teenagers growing up in the 90s, 2000s. When it came to anime, that I wouldn't watch any slice of life anime. Because to me, when I was a teenager, I was like, oh, well, I don't want to watch something that's about day-to-day stuff. That sounds boring. And it wasn't until like, I think it was like 2017 where I decided to watch Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid and ended up liking it. It's like, you know what? I should give some old slice of life animes a chance. So I went with Lucky Star and then K-On! And Lucky Star's... it's good, but it's one of those shows that does show its age. Where with K-On!, it I don't know, it feels like it's still good to watch nowadays, even years after. Jack, first needs coming on. No. Because it's the problem with referential anime, or shows in general that are referential. They're great at the time, but then years later, they will show their age because that stuff isn't like the stuff it's referencing isn't really popular anymore. Always the gamble we're taking with referential stuff. It's funny at the time, but then years later it feels out there. What else have I got on here? Let's see. What else do I have in this folder of mine? That's worth showing. What do we have? Can I put a GIF in here? This looks like there's a GIF in it. What is it? No, because it wouldn't work. It's a. Well, that was one way to find out. Did that work? Oh. I think. There we go. There we go. We've got that now. I have this in the folder, so I have a fox bouncing a ball. It's kind of hypnotizing, isn't it? I don't know why this happens. I've said this enough times, but why is my mouth just open? What the hell happened? What? Is the GIF actually fucking the tracking up? What's happening here? What the hell? Did I press something? No, it's okay. Okay. I think. What was that about? My jaw was just stuck open for some reason. Every time I emote with my eyebrows, the ears would be going. I love it. That was weird. For a second, then the mouth just wouldn't open. That was very strange. But speaking of like threads, I was going to sort out, but I remember I had like a I did have an Instagram account, but it was for like the old YouTube channel. As I've mentioned before, I used to do YouTube content. Over the many years, I found myself not enjoying it anymore, so I decided to move on to this and found that I enjoy doing this a lot more. But what was weird is that I shared clips on there, and it was weird seeing my old clips from when I did YouTube content. Not just to, I mean, I know what my face looks like, obviously, but still, it was a little weird. But I might have to create like a separate access for that, because I'm still debating about it. Because like I said, with the I know why people are jumping ship, because stuff like one thing that can end a company is dumb business decisions, and this feels like a dumb business decision. Example would be THQ. What was it? Might have been around like 2013. 2012. It was basically before the PS4 came out. THQ were known for doing like those in-between games, and And yeah, they came back recently, but what killed them was they decided to do a peripheral when peripherals were slowly becoming less of a thing, which was called U-Draw, and they put it on everything: PS3, Xbox 360, Wii, and the Wii U. And it caused them to go bankrupt because they didn't sell very well. And usually when a game doesn't sell very well, that's not necessarily a bad thing. But when your game comes with a peripheral, it costs money to make those, and getting rid of them is even more costly. It can end the company. And this is an example where it can end a company. Changing the name of a company to something as stupid as X, when it's so established. Because just imagine trying to search Twitter stuff now. You stick in X. I think everyone's tired of hearing about fucking Twitter fucking itself. Almost fucking it sideways. What else do I have on here? I'm gonna take out the bouncing fox. It's actually distracting me now. What else do we have in this folder of mine of memes and gifs? I have this. I don't even know where I got this from. Oh, jeez, it's a bit big. This is one of those things where I probably just found it somewhere and thought it was funny. It's in use and he's just chuckling. Tillies. He's like, Tillies. There we go. You have that there now. It's less distracting. What else do we have in here? Sometimes I feel like I've had for ages in this folder and I just don't remember why or when I actually saved them. I think I know what some of these gifts might be for, actually. The ones that are similar with foxes, and I think they're for the alerts. Because for the follow alert, which should be in here somewhere. And a paranoid thought when my phone was vibrating. But I do have this. Oh, it's cropped. Which is pretty much a summary of when I'm trying to go to sleep. When you want to sleep, but you're still trying to finish that fake scenario in your head. Pretty much me. Pretty much me. I've gone better trying not to do that while I'm trying to sleep, or just tell my brain to shut the hell up and go. It's literally the other meme where it's like, are you asleep? Yes. My brain is literally like that. I don't think I have that in the folder though. Ugh. No, I don't have that paranoid for where I know in US say it's funny. I watch anime dubs. I can just hear the chuckle in the dub I can't remember the voice actor's name. That chuckle. I love his laughter. What else do we have? Notice I have a picture of one of the cats in here for some reason. I don't know why I stuck it in here. Let's see. What else do we have? Oh, I have this. I have other means. Your tail looks heavy. Let me give you a hand. Oh, that's right. I do have the tail. I keep forgetting about something. Yeah. If I remember correctly, it should be. Yay! There it is. Oh, Edgeworth's covering my tail. There we go. Edgeworth here. Do I really want him looking at Killua like that? Do be weird. Yeah, maybe yeah. So now I think I have a tail as well. I'm still trying to remember all the hotkeys, because I think what I need to do is go through them each week by week. Because I do want to get a Stream Deck. At least a Steam Deck, because it'll make it easier to go through. But I need to like work out what is going to be a use case now. Which are the ones I'm going to use the most? Because you can get ones big enough to do all the things I have on here, but I got to access at least like up to 20 different things I can do with the model. But am I going to use all those 20 different things? So there's no point of getting the 32 tiled one, I think we do, if I don't end up using like half of those. Oh, let's see. It was on Amazon, I saw it. Yeah, it was 32. I thought so. Because it's one of those things. If I ever did need larger tiled ones, I can always get another one. I could always get the. Let's see. Yeah, the 15 one is the second one. Then they have a 6 tiled one. Let's change Edgeworth now. Let's see what else is in there. I'm just being too curious because I have a fold. Wait. What else do we have in here? That's weird. Oh, it doesn't make any sense. And why did I say this? As someone is looking, I know why I saved these because they're perfect reaction things. Oh, I got this. That's a little small. Wait, why is it? Oh, right, because I flipped it beforehand. I haven't flipped it back. Because I wonder why is the writing backwards. No, damn it! No, we're going upside down. How do I do this? Why am I so stupid? There we go. This is one of the things that made me laugh because it's kind of true. Because it says new streamer. So when do I start remembering to unmute myself? There's no text there because it's the joke being that even experienced streamers still forget to unmute themselves. Hell, I've done it before as well. I wouldn't say I'm experienced. But I have been doing it for like 2 years now. What else is in here? What else is in this folder of mine? Got this face of I can't even sit the bloody guys. That's the thing with my hero. I can barely say half the fucking characters' names. I do remember most of their superhero names, but I don't remember his fucking superhero name, and I don't. That does that bring to mind. I do know his name, but I can't. Oh, I can't pronounce it. No, I can't. But you really know what this is. I don't know why I have this either. But maybe it's just a photo face, just when people use a good reaction or something. I'm doing this because there was something I wanted to talk about, but my brain, I'm trying to jog my brain a little bit. I mean, it's nothing vitally important, it's just an interesting conversation and stuff. I don't know. Then there's this. This feels like this is old. This feels like I've had this in this folder for a while because this feels like a late 2000s, maybe early 10s meme. Don't see why not. What else do we have? I have this, which I'm still trying to remember with and why I saved this. It just delete this, and I know who this is. This is Bellamy. She's actually the first. I said this nothing. She's actually the first VTuber I ever got into. If I remember correctly, this was for like when she was doing like the VR chat. Her model's a little different from this now. Like I said, I have expressed interest in doing it, but I'm waiting to see what happens. I have seen some videos that have broken down the MetaQuest 3, and from what it sounds like, it's gonna have better tracking and better like hand tracking and eye tracking or something to that effect. And I was like, that sounds good, but how much better? It's still one of those things that would make way more sense until it's out and see what the reviews say about it. Because if it is like you need this, it's better than the Oculus. I'm gonna say Oculus because it just sounds better than MetaQuest. 2, like 10 times better, then yeah, I'll get that. But if it's only like, oh, something in my phone. Then if it's like the difference between the PS4 and PS4 Pro, where it's only a slight difference, then yeah, I might as well just get the Quest 2 instead. Yeah, let's. The mouse not working. Why are you not working, mouse? Let's see what else is in here. Got this. No, wait. It looks like almost not transparent. Do I actually have anything that's transparent in that folder? Because it can make it look. I mean, it always says what it says here, but it does look like it's kind of holding it. I don't think any of these pictures are transparent. Yeah, no, because like one would be good to be transparent would be this. There you go. This is another character from My Hero. I don't remember his real name. I just remember his superhero name is Bellamy. That wasn't very plus ultra. Okay, one more looking in this folder of mine of memes. What we need to TikToks. Oh, there's this, which I think is one of the alerts. I don't remember what one. Well, I think it's probably like, hang on, I can check that. Let's have a little look at my alerts. My brain went dead. I'm trying to remember where to go. Boop! They hypnotize it because I think this is one of my alerts. Because I think that's why it's in the folder why I have it, because I think it's one of the alerts. That's that box. I don't know what the follow one is. Oops. Yeah, it's that. I wasn't expecting it to activate when I looked at it. Oh, because I hit test, that's why. Yeah, so follow. Nope, sub something different. Nope, that one. Yes, I have this. Give me a point now. I have this. Point. Don't clench a fish. Point there. That there is the alert for bits, which no one can do yet because I'm not even affiliated. But I think I sorted those out because I was like, it's better to be safe. As I always say, it's better to be safe than sorry. To have them at least all set up so you don't have to worry about setting them up when it comes down to it. What else? What's new? Oh, interesting. The raid one is right next. So the raid is this. I'm trying to work out why I chose that for the raid alert. And sub little foxes is. I mean, it's all Fox related, but I mean that's the reason it's that. But I don't know. Is it in here? Do I have it in this folder? Because it's quite possible I saved it somewhere else. Doesn't seem like it. Guess I saved it somewhere else. Oh well. Well, I guess if I ever get affiliated, you have to see for yourself what the alert for subbing is. I also have this for some reason. I've ever told you how like the most stupidest things can just make me laugh. This is a perfect example of that. So. Come, thumbs. What's with the tracking today? It's been really weird. Nope. No. Come, thumb. Thumb. Righty. I keep saying one more, but it's just so many random stuff I've saved in this folder, and it's intriguing me a lot. I mean, this is going to show my age. Because for the love of God, I do remember these. Mind you, I was at the point age where to plug in your mouse and keyboard, these kind of plugins were slowly starting to, be discontinued. Like with floppy disks, I do remember using floppy disks. I was at the transition point where those were slowly starting to become less of a common thing. I remember like having like the old mouses with the little balls in them, and then when you had the first because it's always that thing with first technology. It's weird to think that the first mouse that used the laser thing was so expensive. So when you found someone that had one, it's like, whoa! Like when you went into the school computers, and there was one only a handful of them had them. It was like whoa, this is so cool. And now like it's just like a common thing to have a mouse that has the laser on it. Right. Like one more just no, I don't want to click that. Go with that. And we have some Zelda music. There. I also have this. Just Vegeta looking at my phone like, what the fuck is this? There's a good reaction for when someone posts something, you're just like, what? Wait, can I? No, hand tracking. Just imagine holding the phone then. Wait, what am I doing? I was trying to make this. I have a phone right here that I could just do that with, and it would look right. Let's see. No, it's not. It's not doing it. Okay. Right. I am going to go take a piss now, and when we come back, we'll start with some TikToks for a bit. So let's just take these off for the time being. There we go, and I'll be back in a moment.
Did you know that capybara...
You know, I nearly forgot to unmute myself. We literally just had a meme about forgetting to unmute yourself, and I literally forgot to unmute myself. I realized as I was taking a piss, there was something else I wanted to mention. Because like I said, I know a lot of people can't always catch the streams or even watch the VODs afterwards, because, you know, someone who follows a lot of VTubers himself sometimes finds time. I don't have time to watch them. What I do tend to watch is like the edited videos or the highlight videos. And as I've said before, I'll do a highlight video if I feel in the mood to, even if the clips in general from months ago. But I am working on doing a edited down version of the debut. Just I'm doing it when I have the energy and time. So I'll try my best to get done with within a month. I think that's always the best thing, because trying to stress yourself out, especially with my editing skills, I'm not particularly the best in the world. They're kind of amateur at best. I just don't have the patience for editing. I really don't. But I can feel myself starting to get tired, so I think we'll watch a couple of TikToks. And I think I'll call it for today's stream. It's always the case, because I always take the risk even if I'm a little tired, because sometimes I end up waking up a little bit. But yeah, I can feel it. Fuck, I thought about the music. Stop that. And then
Did you know that capybara...
There we go. And I decided to start around this point in the TikToks. Let's see. I'll just kind of look, because I've not done anything like this. Let's see. Maybe it's a little bit bigger like that. That looks good. So yeah, we'll watch a couple of TikToks. Like I said, I don't have particularly good memory, so I don't remember why I even like this. Most likely because it's about capybaras.
Capybaras are not only the largest rodent in the world, but also the friendliest ones. These semi-aquatic mammals are native to South America and have been known to form close bonds with other animals, including humans. They are... I almost forgot.
Most of my likes on TikTok will most likely be fantastic, fascinating things or dumb humor. Usually is one of the two.
Highly social creatures that live in groups of around 10 to 20 individuals and have a unique ability to get along with a wide range of other species. But what makes them so friendly? Well, capybaras are herbivores, meaning they don't hunt or prey on other animals, and therefore don't pose a threat to any other species. They are extremely friendly and don't care what you do around them, as long as they don't get hurt. Apart from that, they have a unique way of showing affection too. They often groom, cuddle, and even sleep on top of each other. However, capybaras are also tough and resilient animals that have adapted to living in a variety of environments. They are excellent swimmers and can hold their breath underwater for up to 5 minutes.
Damn.
Did you know that capybaras are not only the...
Capybaras, they are lovely. They did say as a rodent. They look like giant hamsters. When I first saw I haven't seen the capybara in person, but like a capybara. My first thought is like it looks like a giant hamster or gerbil. They give that kind of vibe, don't they? Giant hamsters. Look at this guy with a little orange on his head. You can see my mouse. I am really starting to feel very tired. I'm not sure how many tick.
Let's talk about some.
Did you know that
the voice of your childhood video game edition, Nolan North, was Nathan Drake in Uncharted?
This guy can't even climb. I mean, look at him.
Richtofen in COD Zombies.
The name is Richtofen, and I don't spell things.
I just like to shoot the crawlers.
Deadpool,
It's this one. Then the immature voice in his head, and the more mature voice.
Penguin in the Arkham series,
Penguin, you know, from the Arkham series. That's one of my favorites.
Raphael in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles,
Raphael, that was for the game Raphael did the movie 2007.
Desmond Miles in Assassin's Creed,
My name is Desmond Miles, and this is my story.
Sigmund in Ratchet and Clank,
Whoa, sir,
my balls.
I'd very much like to take over his job.
David in The Last of Us,
Now, some people are leaner than others.
Hades in God of War,
I don't want any meat on this.
and honestly, like 1,000 other characters. The voice of your childhood
No, I also love voice actors a lot. No one has voice actors that you hear his voice a lot, but then you look up and you're surprised about some of the ones that he's done. Like I didn't know, like where was he? Deadpool I knew about. The Penguin I didn't know that he does a pretty good like Cockney accent. I mean, Raphael, where's I went past Sigma, didn't I? No, there we go, Sigma. Because that's from the Ratchet and Clank Crack in Time, which is, it's just another one of those PlayStation games that's unfortunately kind of still stuck on the PlayStation 3, because you can technically play it if you get a premium PlayStation Plus, but it's streaming. Yeah, that's, I mean, I still have my PS3. That's another thing I've always thought about at some point, because my first introduction with the Ratchet and Clank games was the PS3 ones, you know, Tools of Destruction, Quest for Booty, and I never really got around to playing the old ones. And what halted me at first was when they decided to remake, or even do, it was more like even like a reimagined of the first one. I was like, oh, well, if they're doing that, then, you know, I might as well wait until the remake the other ones, and it's been like 7 years since then, so I guess not. I feel like that remake of the first Ratchet and Clank game was done because of the movie. They wanted a tie-in game, and since they were returning the beginning of the story, that would make it much easier just to get a game out. The game's actually good. It's not one of those like tie-ins that was like terrible or anything. I guess that brain of mine. But yeah, it's something to consider doing on the stream at some point, playing the very old like PS2 Ratchet and Clank games, because I still have a PS3. But still, it's always this thing. I've said this enough times with old games. I'm always cursed with them. Every time I think about doing them on stream, I mean, it's been happening for the last, actually since 2016, for the last fucking 7 years. Is that right? Yeah, 7 years. Where every time I try and play an old game, months, 2 years later, I find out it's getting remade or ported, and I'm like, I said enough times, Resistance. I want to do We did Resistance 1 when I first started doing this, and I want to do Resistance 2 and 3, but they couldn't end up porting them or remaking them. Maybe. But let's keep moving up now. It's a bit loud. Someone's up. I think it's just that weird Lego builds. Duff. I tried to go to down and it still fucking makes me jump. Thank you for the follow. Coffee. Oh, someone's on the move. I have no idea what that is, but whatever. Sushi! That actually looks really, the sushi one actually looks really good made up. Like, it's amazing what people can do with Lego. Oh, excuse me. Do love Halloween. Oh, it's the fucking wolf from Puss in Boots. How the? Oh, I was like, hang on. I was trying to like work out how it's floating. I just noticed that the gypsy ochre like down from there. Oh, hang on. Someone wants to be let out. I can see it. Do you want to go? Do you want to go outside? She's hovering at the door. Cat's hovering at the door. Can we go? I'm T-posing. Oh, no. Now I'm going all over the place. Okay, come on. Can we go? I have no idea what's going on there, but something's going on. The tracking doesn't know what to do. No, I'm not using a motion capture suit or it's actually it's a free software called RX Animation, which uses the webcam to track my body. That's why I was freaking out, because I was just off the edge of my camera as I was letting the cat out of the room, and it didn't know what to do because it could see something, but it didn't know what to do. Kind of like, now that I think, it kind of reminds me of I never used it, but Connect would be a good example. Kind of like that, but not using the Connect. But using the webcam, and the face tracking is being done by the iPhone. This is kind of my first time doing reaction content. But yeah, I mean, I didn't see why. As long as as long as it doesn't violate Twitch's Twitch TTO, Twitch violates Twitch's thing. I'm tired as fuck. But for today, we're just doing a TikToks. But maybe it's one of those other ideas of like maybe doing in the future, because you can always get. It's always interesting to see what your audience will recommend you for videos. It's one of those you have to be careful, because I've seen I but I am British. I'm from like the east part of England specifically. That's why if that's why if I don't sound like the typical British accent that most people used to hear, that kind of accent's more for people for like who are like nearer to like London and stuff. All right. I'm trying to think, because I've disabled links on here, because when they first started doing streaming, a lot of people were putting like links to, like, obviously I didn't click on it, but they're obviously like to like sites you shouldn't be clicking on. Like people trying to scam people, so that's kind of disabled in the chat. Probably in the Discord server would probably be the best place to suggest it. Put it like in the just chat. You know what I need to do? I need to like to add a channel for that, because I never could, because I've got a good handful of channels in the Discord server. Yeah, it might be good something to add in the near future. But I think probably best is just chatting one, because I can't think of anywhere else. Or maybe the memes one might be good. But yeah, I think I'm gonna bring. I can't feel what. Because I was thinking, like, because you have to like try and make sure that those sort of things are considered. Because I think I saw it maybe on Reddit or something, where someone was doing video reacts with their audience, but they did it on Twitter, which was a bad. Well, no, it's called X, which was a bad idea, and they're watching a normal video that transitioned into stuff that wasn't suitable for Twitch, and that was like that because people can do that. Well, it's got to be careful when it comes to video suggestions. Um. Okay. Oh, okay, that's fine. As long as it's on YouTube and stuff, and it's not gonna, you know, like I said, break you know, the Twitch terms of service sort of things. Because YouTube's usually safe. You're not gonna find anything that's, because if it's on YouTube, then it's most likely good for. That's always my logic. If it's on YouTube, then it's good for Twitch as well. Because if YouTube allows it, then it's okay on here. Let's see. Like that then. Let's see. Some in the model. Okay. Just check, because it's one of those things. Because there's other things people can't. Oh, something's happening with the iPhone tracking. Hang on a second. Honestly, it just looks like Roblox and stuff. Because the other point I also got to be careful is also licensed music. Because, you know, I can't get in trouble for that as well. It's interesting. You know, put a pin in it for now, and we'll save it for another time. It could be a good idea to do like YouTube later down the line, YouTube clips. But I think for today, because I said I'm quite tired today, and I'm more in the mood for like very for more like TikTok stuff. But I'll keep it in mind, and we'll save that for next time. Because I want to see more of this Lego stuff as well. Some of these are really fascinating. I wonder if there's more though, because there's just one of these. the Wii remote thing. It's brilliant. Which actually, I had to be a nitpicky person. Maybe I'm wrong on this, but the whole reason this happened was because this didn't exist when it first launched. And then after they added like these straps because people were like, you know, throwing the remote swinging the remote so hard they slipped out of people's hands and smashed into the TVs. See if it isn't more. What ones is there? This is all like Lego stuff. Oh, wait. It's not Lego, but it is something similar. This looks like a. Oh, no, it's not that. That's not that. That's the Avengers music. That is definitely a immediate band if I'm not too careful. Let's just mute that. But yeah, these are all made out of cardboard. That's actually kind of neat. That's something, I guess. Yeah, they're playing like the Avengers music, and it's like, I don't want to take the risk and like again, Either copyrighted strike or straight up banned. So I thought I could hear one of the cats scratching at the door, because usually they come out and then they come back and want to scratch at the door. And some people can do it out of cardboard, that's for sure. What else is there? Was there like a... Ooh, what's this one? Open the door.
98 Adventure sets here at the Bricks and Minifigs store in Lomita, California. We've got Pharaoh's Forbidden Ruins here. You've of course got Johnny Thunder there, and then some other.
This is back when they didn't. This is back when they didn't do so much licensed stuff. When they had their own original stuff. I never had this set, but I do remember seeing like the ads for it. It's like such a cool thing, because it's based off of Indiana I can't say his name. Indiana Jones.
And the cameras. Now, if we flip this one around, you can see some of the play features. So you've got the trapdoor that drops the bricks, and then down comes the big axe there as well. You've got the treasure chest here with gold coins inside it.
It's like a weird nostalgia vibe, even though I never had this.
And so all of these kind of hieroglyphics and the ancient Egyptian prints. You've got the obelisk here. That's super fun. Over here, you've got the truck with a couple more minifigs. You've got some of the villains inside here, and then all of their equipment in the back. This set here has a really unique feature. So you've got the skeleton, and then when you flip that around, it actually has a magnet that picks up the jewel there.
I do remember seeing the ads for these.
And all the snakes, and
I guarantee it is like very expensive to get hold of.
Over here, one of the smaller sets. This has a nice little play feature where you pull the chain and it exposes the dead skeleton inside there.
Fucking
and then
pharaoh.
This, you can flip it around and see the mummy of the pharaoh as well, and then the obelisk pops down. I also always love these backpack pieces from these sets. They could carry so much stuff. You've got your essential frying pan, your big pickaxe, and then it can open up and you can put a whole bunch more stuff inside there as well. And then another fun play feature, you've got your villain standing there. Little does he know that you move that to the side and the spears come down, and that's how you take out the villain. Then, of course, the iconic car. You actually see this in places like Legoland Villain, full-size models of this car here that Johnny Thunder would drive around. So you see that kind of feature in still different parts today. They've also got this fantastic set still in the box as well with some really fun packaging. So one of my all-time favorite themes here at
I've never seen the ads for these.
Taking a look at some 1998 adventure sets.
1998?
Damn. California. We've got
1998. I was 7. Yeah. Yeah, I was 7 at the time. Damn. It's almost 30 years ago. That's so like Lego stuff goes. Is that... It's there.
Today we're taking a look at the Indiana Jones Boulder Escape from 2008 at the Riverside
2008? That's
this
like
is packed with play features. So
almost 20 years ago.
You've got the big sword that swings down. Then, of course, the iconic boulder.
That's actually that's kind of like an ironic thing. We figure we just saw like an inspired Indiana Jones thing that came out in '98. Then 10 years later, was that around the time they started having more licensed stuff? I think I definitely remember seeing the ads for that. Which 2008 I was 17, which makes sense. That's 10 years later.
Rolls down, and then you've got the closing door mechanism. As we move through here, all the spears pop out, and then finally you've got the golden idol, which you lift up, and the rocks come down there. But of course, the set would not be complete without the fantastic minifigures, and you've got Indiana Jones here with his iconic whip. And then the rest of the figures here as well. I love this little fishing pole. Then you've got the plane to add a little flyability, a little playability. But most importantly, you've got the snake in the back there. You never want to forget to add the snake into this set.
I hate snakes.
So a really fun set with just tons of fun play features. This boulder has been used in a variety of different ways in custom builds over the years. So I know this has inspired a lot of fun builds for people. Then you had these fun skeletons and things like the spider pieces as well. And then, of course, even more kind of terrain pieces here and the iconic gold coins as well. So a great set from the original run of Indiana Jones sets. Today we're taking a look at the Indiana Jones.
What else is there? Sets. That Star Wars one? And I'm muting that because it's just about to play Star Wars music because I am not taking any gambles of getting copyrighted or getting a copyright strike or getting banned. Not any chances. It's one of those. Ooh, this looks really good though. I'm not even a huge Star Wars fan myself, and this looks neat. Because I've wanted to play the Force Unleashed games on stream eventually, but if I remember correctly, there was a point in the first one they play Duel of the Fates, and it's like they've got a badass song, but it's like we're taking me in trouble though. Yeah, it's definitely still playing the music. It's like an assembly line sort of thing. That's kind of cool. I think it's something someone build themselves. It's amazing to think what people can do with Lego. Okay, let's close that before we get in trouble. Ah, there's more. Oh, it's actual water. That's a neat idea. I've never been in those like wave things. They always kind of scared me. I mean, oh, sorry, that's in the mic. They actually used actual water there. That's interesting. Oh, there's it. Ooh. Oh, this is okay. What else is there? So I'm just fascinated by all these different build things now. Ooh. Wait, no, I need to mute that. This is Jurassic Park music. This is a Jurassic Park. I even says yeah, Jurassic Park. Someone made the entire actual kind of entire Jurassic Park map. Holy fuck! That must have taken forever to do. Just the passion people have for these sort of things is like amazing. Volcano though. So cool. Was it before else happens? There's no way it's up. Okay, it's gonna have Star Wars music. It's gonna have Star Wars music, isn't it? Or what? Sound recognizable. As soon as it's the oh. Oh, that's so cool. It's actually a like functioning Lego R2D2. Holy fuck, that's cool. Oh, that's so cool. It wasn't worrying because once that overheats and like melts the plastic. Damn me! Oh, I think we'll look at this and look at a little bit more very liked TikToks, and then I'll probably call it for today's stream. Now I'm kind of wondering if there's like some Doctor Who related, because it would look really cool if someone did like a Dalek or something. There's the one I liked. I think that was it. Snatch thing. That's probably mostly gonna be Star Wars. I think most of these, like, obviously, American. So I'm not saying that Doctor Who isn't popular in the United States. Yeah. Okay, let's go back to the actual ones. What's next after that? Animation on the side. Oh, someone's scratching at the door again. Okay, I'm coming. Nice chance to be back in. Now I'm T-posing. Just like the little animation, so it's just like the owl's getting progressively like annoyed.
Hey guys, so I got the new Grimace shade.
I think I can see where this is going. I would say that rarely actually happens to me because I'm not usually on my phone when I'm in bed. I usually try to make sure I get to sleep and not spend too much time on my phone. But isn't that what's the point of those weird like ring things you stuck in the back of the phone so you don't drop your phone on your face? But there is sometimes where I will end up looking at stuff on TikTok or Reddit sometimes. But I'm usually like on my side, so I usually like I'm slightly on my side with the phone, kind of like hang on, grab my phone, like this, like hang on, tracking well out, like on my side, so that doesn't happen. So I don't drop my phone flat slam on my face.
Princess Zelda is an iconic video game princess, and while her design was quite different in the NES games, by the time of Link to the Past, a formula had established itself for what this character was going to look like. A white, purple, and pink gown, occasionally with some blue and dark purple accents, usually blonde, sometimes brunette, but always long-haired. Even Wind Waker, otherwise a wild departure in terms of visual style, made a point of restoring Zelda to that visual identity by the end of the game. Which is what makes her Breath of the Wild incarnation so interesting, because it's a complete departure. Now her colors are blue, white, earth-toned brown, and black, almost completely reversing her classic color scheme, and I think it's brilliant design because this is a different Zelda. Here she's a young, insecure, curious, kind of nerdy young woman defined not by her spiritual or royal role, but by her growth as a person. She's a lot more down to earth, both literally in her personality and in her character design. Even the white spiritual gown she wears in Breath of the Wild has none of the royal decoration of her past selves. Like so much else about the new games, it represents a break with the series' tradition and the beginning of something new. Princess Zelda is...
So now someone else wants to go. Another fascinating video. Like I said, they are a mixture of interesting and funny. One wanted to come in, the other one wanted to go, and I got that, and the dragon's freaking out. I love watching the dragon freak out. I think that was fascinating because it's kind of true about like Zelda, how like for most part she was pretty much the same throughout all the games, and it's what made kind of Breath of the Wild so interesting is that the Princess Zelda in that one was very much different. They gave her like more of depth to it, as they would say. But let's move on to the next one.
Bug-eyed, doll-eyed, big-eared freak. Why does she look like that?
Every professional character designer I have ever talked to
has.
I think this is another
stories
interesting
like
one about
this,
character design.
where they create an interesting, cool new character design in keeping with a bold aesthetic from some exciting new IP, and then they send it off for review. And then the director reviews it, the producer reviews it, the executive producer, the other executive producer, the third executive producer, probably the CEO, some VP in marketing.
Okay, I know it's serious because I'm a little tired and this one's a bit long. Basically, it goes on about like how like a character's design can change over time. As when the character design does it, it goes through so many different people, and they just mess with it too much to the point where it's nothing close to the original design of what it is, which is always a shame. Because it does happen, because you look at concept art with a lot of characters, sometimes the concept art ends up being better than the original design. But I do not have the attention span for something like that right now.
Have you ever wondered why tennis balls come in sealed cans? Well, the reason for this is actually pretty important to the sport. You see, tennis balls are inflated with gas to maintain a specific pressure, and this gives it its signature bounce. But as soon as they're exposed to air, the gas slowly starts to leak. So manufacturers decided to package them in airtight cans to preserve that specific pressure. Have you ever wondered why tennis balls come in sealed?
But do they? I don't know. I've never used tennis balls if they do come in sealed cans, but so it's to preserve the air in them. Huh. Oh dear. I just yawned. I went cute. I thought the other thing is also cute, so the videos will be a mixture of funny, interesting, and cute. This little otter yawning. It's just not helping me out. Oh, God.
This is called a deck prism. A deck prism is a prism that is inserted into the deck of a ship in order to provide light to the decks below. For several hundred years, sailing ships used deck prisms to provide safe light to areas below decks. Prior to electricity, light below deck had to be provided by candles or oil lamps, which is dangerous on a wooden ship. The deck prism would lay flush into the deck, with the glass refracting and dispersing natural light to the spaces below without weakening the planks or becoming a fire hazard. The top is flat and it's installed flush with the deck, becoming part of the deck. They are intentionally prism-shaped, as a plain flat window would just provide a single spotlight below, not that useful for illumination. In order to maximize light output, the glass used was made as clear as they possibly could, with the addition of manganese dioxide. The purple hue that you see on antique specimen comes from decades or centuries of exposure to ultraviolet light. On coal ships, prisms could be used to check for fire in the cargo hold. Light from a fire would be collected by the prism and be made visible on the deck even in daylight. They are also known as deck lights and are sometimes referred to as deadlights, although that usually refers to a flat plate of glass. Deadlights were more typically used for lighting underground vaults in the 19th century. In that application, they were also referred to as pavement lights in the UK or vault lights in the United States. This is called
a little fascinating, because I always wondered how they could see in the decks of ships. They use like a basic thick glass that refracted light from the sun, or I guess the moonlight, and then I've seen the prism. Like I said, they're not going to always be in the same order, so there might just be a wealth of just interesting videos, and then out of nowhere some random thing I liked. Okay, so this is an interesting thing. So these are called soap shoes. Like Sonic Adventure should too have like kind of a sponsor with them, so that's why Sonic shoes were like that in that game. They basically shoes that are curved in the center, allow you to grind on rails. And I guess they brought them back. I think it was like for this year's anniversary, which are like, as cool as that is, I could see myself, because I don't have the best sense of balance, I would fall like not even like, I'd probably fall like as soon as I jumped on here. I'd slip and crack my skull wide open because I have bad sense of balance. There's no shape or form that I would be able to like do that, but it's still very cool. Because it's a good idea, because you want to like grinding on rails and you don't have your skateboard with you. I've got these shoes that slide on them. Don't know what. I guess they were called soaps because you slide like soap.
You can't spend the rest of your life alone, dressed in black, listening to angry music and staying up all night.
Yes, I can.
You can't spend the rest of your life alone, dressed in black, listening to angry music and staying up all night.
Yes, I can.
You can't spend the rest of your life alone, dressed in black, listening to angry music and staying up all night.
Yes, I can.
You can't spend the rest of your...
He hasn't been decontaminated yet! Jacques!
Oui.
Clean in! Oui. Ocean!
Ouh, la mer. Bon. Voilà, he is clean.
Oh.
He hasn't been decontaminated yet! Jacques!
I don't know what the oh, what's that? Oh, that's cool.
This is Red Leader.
Unless there's going to be like Tears of the Kingdom stuff, because I think a lot of this was like liked around the time when it was out.
Gold Leader standing by.
This is Command. Where the hell is Green Leader?
Unsure, Command. That's a negative.
Well, you've got no time to figure it out. You've got TIE fighters incoming.
Copy that. Making my attack run. Ineffective. I repeat, attack is ineffective.
I can't shake him.
I've lost power.
Damn it! Where the hell is Green Leader?
This is Red Leader.
I just love this. They made like ships from from Star Wars, and then I think at the end there that was yeah, that's definitely a pod racer. This is, it's always amazing how much you can make in like Tears of the Kingdom.
Yo, I love these things. Hey, is anyone on the other side? Wait, what? No, root beer! No, root beer! No, root beer!
Root beer!
Yo, I love these things. Hey, is anyone on the other side?
Ah, root beer, root beer!
No, root beer! No,
root beer!
No, root beer! Yo,
He hasn't been decontaminated
there's no one.
yet! Jacques!
Oui.
Clean in!
Oui.
Ocean!
Ouh, la mer. Bon. Voilà, he is clean.
He hasn't been decontaminated yet!
Did you ever have one of these? I got mine in the 90s at a fireworks stand. Named him Lemon Drop.
I do remember
Did
these.
you ever have one of these?
Yes, I did have one of these. Did have one of these. I think the thing broke on it though. There's a little guy in there. My brain's going already.
For my autistic audience.
Oh wait, it's just there might be licensed music being played right now. I got mesmerized by this. I'm not autistic, but something about this just kind of catched my brain a little bit. At least I don't know if I am. The only thing I know I do have is learning difficulties. If there was music playing, then it might be licensed music.
Audience.
Games that humiliate bad players. Like in GTA 5, where only the worst players get to see the famous Hat of Shame. If you do too many stupid things in-game that annoy the other players, you'll end up in the lobby of shame, where everyone wears this dunce hat. In the South
okay. That's actually an interesting thing. I love that they did that, because that's always one of my what's one of my hats with online games was always the assholes who just troll and ruin it for everyone. And having a system in place that if you do too many trolling, you get shoved in with the other people, makes it better for everyone else. Wish more games would do something like
Part game, if you're lazy enough to look up the code for a door and go to Google to find it, there'll be a scene reserved for bad players.
Hey, Tom Brady, you want to play the game, or do you just want to be known as a smoke-cheating bitch the rest of your life?
In The Witcher 3, if you kill cows to sell their hides but advance the game time to make them respawn quickly and make unlimited money, the game will spawn an invincible monster to push you and encourage you to get the hell out. In RuneScape, if you cheat in the game and are flagged by players, a giant hand will grab you and take you to a court of bad players, where the players themselves will decide your fate, throwing food at you along the way. In Zelda Link's Awakening, if you steal an item in a store, the game will call you a thief instead of Link to punish you. Not only that, if you steal again, the sales clerk will make you regret what you've done. In the Slenderman game, if you try to exploit any bug, Slenderman will tell you that even a bug won't save you and will eventually get you, even under the map. Games that humiliate bad play.
Aqua Pets were virtual pets in the form of handheld electronic toys. They were small, interactive devices that allowed you to care for and interact with virtual aquatic creatures. Aqua Pets gained popularity in the late 1990s and early 2000s, and I think the funny thing about these toys was the strange shape that these were made in, which could be interpreted inappropriately. I think this is why later revisions opted for more appropriate.
Yeah, they do look kind of. I do not remember these.
Dora and SpongeBob ones. What did you think of this?
I mean, I feel like I have a vague memory. Maybe these were American thing. Maybe I don't know, but I think I know why I like this. You know what it looks like, don't you?
Two truths, one lie. I'll start. I've killed a man. I will kill again, and it burns when I pee. I don't like this game, actually. Two truths,
Okay.
one lie.
Lions are referred to
moving on.
The orange cat, who was accepted by a herd of capybaras at a Malaysian zoo, has received
You
his
saw
own
nothing.
official signage and is now an official resident of the capybara habitat at Zoo Negara. The cat's name is Oyen, and it's believed he lost his mother as a kitten, but he found his family in the capybara habitat, and he seems to think of himself as just another capybara. And the capybaras are just as comfortable with Oyen, happily welcoming him into the herd. He's been seen within the habitat for the past several years, and over time he's become so popular that some people visit the zoo specifically to try to catch a glimpse of him. Because he's such a beloved resident of the zoo, and he's made clear that he intends to stay with his capybara friends, he finally received his official signage in front of the habitat last month. Now, the capybara habitat is officially Oyen's home. Zoo staff has indicated that Oyen and the capybaras are happy and healthy with no signs of distress, so they're happy to let the friendship continue. And while Oyen has been spotted snacking on some leafy greens with his friends, he is fed his own cat-friendly diet by the zoo. I'm Jen, and I post something positive every day, and you can see more from Oyen and the capybaras on Zoo Negara's account, which is tagged and in the caption. The orange cat, who was accepted...
I love you. I know.
Boy, it feels weird in this. I remember something wrong with my earphones, but it sounds weird. Because I usually listen to the stuff like watch TikToks on my computer, and I usually listen to it out loud. But I thought that was kind of cool, because if this is not like a recent toy of this is actually like original toy releases, that's pretty insane, I have to admit. Let's say? No, let's say. Okay, think.
Did you know that I'm the English voice of not just one, but two Hoyoverse characters?
Ladies and gentlemen, she did it! Seeing is believing, my friends. This has
been Linny and Lynette's magic show.
The essence of magic is getting people to believe a lie. And the most important part of this is what people see.
Until your sin is cleansed, my vengeance will pursue you.
Okay, I think I know why I like this one. Is because this is like an example of like why I love voice acting so much. There's a lot of voice acting ones because I have a good fascination with voice actors, but like it just shows good range of characters. If you hear,
Gentlemen, she did it.
you got that, which is like a more like chipper sound voice, then you just skip to that a much deeper voice. Dude's got range. Definitely. It's like contrastly different, and also I probably never will end up playing Honkai Star Rail. I do not have the time for two games as a service games, so I'm most definitely probably just going to stick with Genshin. I would like to because it looks good, but I don't have the time. What's after that?
This is why VR Chat is the most expensive free-to-play game.
Oh, right. This is about VR Chat. Okay, I think we'll leave it at that now because I can feel myself getting tired now. Let's switch back up to here. And I can feel it. I can feel myself getting sleepy now. I'll try taking that because I got work later, and also I don't want myself ill if I push myself any further than I need to. But yeah. So yeah, tomorrow we start Mass Effect 3, which I've been playing through all the Mass Effect games. I've played them before. And I've been playing them year by year since they released the Legacy Edition. Simply because, although they announced they're going to do a new one, since then they haven't said anything about it. So it's not one of those ones that it's very clear that it's far, far, far away. And I wanted to start Mass Effect a while ago, but I was also waiting for the model to be done so that we could start that. So I didn't start it and take a break for the debut, getting the debut ready for the model. But yeah, as usual, if there does change, I will tweet it or put it in the Discord server. But I appreciate everyone stopping by, and hope you have a good rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow.